All right, Josh, you hear me okay? Just want to do a quick audio check. There you go.
All right, so we are good, right?
Yep, we're awesome, man. We're awesome. We're
All right,
live.
cool. Yes,
LIXT is holding here pretty strong. I'm telling you.
I don't even have it up on my book map yet. I know that we've been talking about it. I just get that and lift tripped up. LYFT, LIXT. Dyslexia there. Yeah, on the LIXT, you have a pretty big iceberg at 170 or like 171 even. Ray, there you go, man. Ray is one of our gold students. Done a bunch of coaching with him. He picked up 31 cents on this trade inside our live trading room. Got in from 1044. Got out at 1075 just now. That's a nice trade. The theme for today, I feel, is like it's Friday, so you got to take the nickels and dimes and take the money and run. And if you get more than that, perfect, right? This is prime time trading. That's what you strive for during this time. But once you get that cushion money, that's when you can have a little more fun, relax a little bit more.
Just be careful of that lift because once again, it is a very, very volatile stock. It moves pretty quickly. To everyone know, I mean, we had that nice little bounce up there, but only bounced like 25 cents or something like that. So when you look at a stock like that LIXT that we watched earlier, better intraday chart, nice little movement,
hmm
a little bit better when
And
it
right,
comes to.
and right now the SPY is dropping off a little bit here, just on the 1 minute chart, but a pretty sharp drop, like towards the lows. So I don't know if any financial numbers just came out across the market, but see how the market reacts there. It'd be a good time to take the money on lift.
I haven't traded this stock in a long time, but this stock Oscar is moving.
Oscar Health.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I look at that stock and like, remember they came out all these when they changed all the health cares and they had all these HMOs and stuff like that. I think when Obama changed, all these new companies came out, and they were like one of them that came out, and it was the first company I used because it was like the most reasonable one out there, and pretty funny story about the whole thing about who the owner is and stuff. But I didn't know they were a public company until I checked it. But you could see that it didn't do too well in the past couple of years. Finally went public from 40 and got destroyed. But she's been on a good move right now. Makes no sense how a healthcare stock like that is getting so beat up though. But definitely had a nice little push lately.
A lot of clicking around. That's my theme today. Yeah, that LIXT is really pushing up well, Fausto, towards that iceberg.
Yeah, I see that.
There's actually two separate orders, one at 170 and then one at 171. It's about like 54,000 total.
Yeah, you can see that big iceberg order right here showing up.
Paul and Jeff saying consumer sentiment right there in terms of like just the numbers that came out at 10 o'clock.
Nice little push. Seller's still out there at a buck 70.
And to follow up on a question that we talked about like earlier today and yesterday, like we can't talk about it enough. We short stocks. So if the market's plunging, we're going to definitely follow some shorts, lift, although we were looking for that, support bounce from 1050. It just held perfectly right off that VWAP price, and that led to a nice entry for a short. If you're looking for continuation, it's really got to break lower, though.
That's the only stock that's moving pretty nicely so far is that LIXT. Like consistent, like a nice little trend.
Yeah, consistent runner going up, pretty
Yeah,
chart. If anyone's able to get shares to short AI, I'm not able to today. I know we were talking about that yesterday, Fausto, but
yeah, I got it and I can't get anymore.
man, I mean, for anyone that's on maybe Interactive Brokers, you have some good inventory to short stocks. That's a nice drop off there too. Market's I don't want to say plunging, but sharper drop now in the SPY, new low of the day. That was really good timing to take the money and run on the long for lift, if anything, right? You were just saying it before, like, oh, it pushed up 20, 25 cents. That's a good trade.
We were talking about AI before. I mean, listen, the whole story about what it is, everything, it's a great story and stuff like that. And I mean, everybody's starting to use it and stuff, but like, it just went up too fast. It was the same thing like with Carvana. I said, you don't want, like, when you swing trade, you don't want something that goes up way too fast because if it went from like 15 to 30 in a year, I think everyone would be ecstatic. You made 100% of your money in a year, but to make 100% in like, a week, you got to be a moron not taking it.
Yeah, absolutely. I see you wearing your Jet jersey, Fausto. Whose
Did you
jersey you
see? Did
got
you see?
there?
Did you see who won? Did you see who won Rookie of the Year?
Well, rookie of the year, but you see who got nominated into the Hall of Fame last night?
And also got nominated in the Hall of Fame, Darrell Revis. And
Yep.
the Jets had to get the Rookie of the Year on offense and defense.
Oh, Garrett Wilson was offense.
Yep, he
Wow.
got the Rookie of the Year. And if Brees Paul was actually healthy, that new running back they got,
Oh
he
yeah.
would have got. So it would have been like a battle right there. And you know what the crazy part about it? As good as that Garrett Wilson did, I don't know if anybody here follows football, but as good as he did with a horrible quarterback, and we're trying to get Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback. Could you imagine if he had actually had a good quarterback? How many more catches and he would have got?
Yeah, it would have made for a really good team. I mean, hey, you got next year at least, and
And our
you got a good
and our friend
coach.
Dayball, he got Coach of the Year.
Hmm. I would be wearing my Manning jersey, my white Eli Manning jersey, but there's a stain on it and it's white, so it wouldn't look good. But yeah, I got Super Bowl coming up. I'm looking forward to that. And you said that you're hosting.
Yeah, my wife. You know what? I had to get off the mic. My wife's calling. Did you call this person? He's telling me to call me. I'm meeting his wife right now for just at the school. I want to make sure you spoke to her husband. He's coming. I'm like, I got it. I got it.
Debbie's gonna like open up the door and be like, I don't sound like that.
My wife doesn't like so like. My wife always freaks out when I have like too many people in the house. You know what I mean? But like, because you know what it is? Nobody, you know, says they're not coming. Like you want to be like make it nice and like you want to invite people and stuff like that. Like hopefully some people will cancel. Nobody cancels. They all show up and then they start getting phone calls. Hey, do you mind if he comes too? And hey, like, what are you supposed to say? So, like, if I mean, I have 100 people in my house. I have to put a tent outside
Oof, that's pretty nuts.
because they you know
That's a
what it
huge
is. They know
party.
I know how to cook. We eat good. Like, I don't put shit out there and stuff like that. But everyone's always nice. They always like everyone likes to show off and bring up their good stuff, which is awesome. So we have a good time.
I got one question for you with that though.
What happened?
Do we have lobster fra diavolo on the menu?
Never. Absolutely not.
Why
Wait,
not?
it's just a
That's your
football
favorite.
game. You don't bring like that. God forbid I get sauce all over
That
the floor and my
that
couch. Are you kidding me?
that's your favorite though.
Oh, it's my signature. I'll get that on. I got to talk to Jose because we're supposed to launch the 3 videos, the cooking channel, how to make tomato sauce, and then how to make like Italian chicken cutlets, and how to make something called pasta and peas, which is like one of my favorite. It's peasant food in Italian. They call it. It's like really everyone will love it. It's such a very easy dish to make, and it's got so much flavor. Got a bunch of stuff coming up. It's a lot of work to do that stuff.
Yeah,
Teaching you
definitely.
guys how to trade, doing that. We're getting a nice little push on stocks, but it's just an ETF. You can't really trade that. The LIXT got pretty close to that resistance levels right here, Josh. You could see it right to that buck 70, and it started backing off. Now we're down back to 146.
And also really quick, I mean, you're getting on some pop and drops, so we need to be careful on them. Like for instance, that HPCO, but the HILS trade just made a sudden slingshot. It's just snapped right back on up, trying to push up towards 140, 143. It looks pretty strong, gotta say.
It
If
is
it could
the
hold
biggest
over
volume leader. I don't know. It hasn't gone anywhere. I mean, it had a nice little move right now. I agree with you, but like,
240 was a big level I plotted this morning, and also 243 it looked like was pretty strong.
oh, I know why I did that. Big iceberg order just got hit at 250. Just got nailed.
The thing is on these trades, what we just need to be really careful of, we talked about it earlier, They're both really low float stocks. So they're like you said, HIL is trading 61 million shares already. It's on a 2 million share float or 5 million share float, whatever it is. That's a lot,
How many hands that thing must have traded? It's just, God, it's crazy.
right? So it's like it's so boomer bust. Yeah, if you have a good entry and know how to manage your stops, then perfect. But if you're new, it's not necessarily like you got to be careful. Cross your T's, dot your I's.
You have that resistance level at 9, a potential resistance level at 260. And the only thing I noticed, that guy at 260, he pulled his order. So as much as you think it's resistance, I don't know. Let's see if it consolidates right here on the hills.
This is where things can get scary though. So here, and I hope it runs because this would be perfect for the trade. But the top 4% gainers on my scan Fausto have a
Mm-hmm.
combined total float of 25 million.
That's
Top
it?
four, top four stocks with a combined float. So yeah, you got to be careful on these pop and drop trades here. You don't want to get caught on the top of the roller coaster, but this is looking really good. You got time technically till that
Mm-hmm.
10:30.
See the volume bars on the bottom, getting some picked up around here.
Yeah, it's a good time to even take some money right around here, around 255, 253.
I don't know, if it holds here, I think it could break.
Yeah, if it could hold here, definitely.
If it holds here, if it starts consolidating, I can see a pop.
It was a good start for me in just pre-market, not much, but then after the open, but then I started giving back a little bit. So it's like, all right, let's get some back. So, we're still doing good, but just kind of reverting back some of the losses there from just before.
Yeah, Samuel, I'm looking at that. He's Samuel in a side group room. It's making higher lows and a higher high. I know it's consolidating. It's got the resistance levels there, but I'm not really seeing too many big sellers out there till 270, 275. And by the way, Samuel W. saying Grottos in Little Italy had the greatest lobster fried Diablo. I would have to disagree. First of all, my uncle owned Grottos. Okay, all right. God bless his soul. He just passed away this year. 96 years old, 97 years old. He lived too. But you hadn't tried mine yet.
I didn't see that post there. I was just looking at my platform just so once you said started to say, I'm like, uh-oh. It's funny.
The
Um,
Oscar went up, Josh.
and I got out on the last half of my trade on the Hills break even. Happy I did that because that just tanked, completely crashed.
Yep, did exactly that.
Take the
I found
take
that
a look.
stock EDBL died. I'll tell you, something's going on with this stock right here, Oscar, huh? Only 1 million shares traded on that long-term chart.
I don't
I
know
mean, on the
why.
intraday, got a some momentum there. That float must be small. I guarantee that's a very small float right there too.
You don't want to know the float for EDBL. That's all I'll say. For Oscar, let's take a look. You'd be
Oh,
surprised. Well, I
edibles?
mean, Oscar just you'd be surprised. It's got a 177 million share float, 214 million shares outstanding,
How many
but
outstanding? That's the big. How many outstanding?
214 million.
214 million outstanding.
Yeah, it trades like around a million shares a day, maybe 750,000 shares a day. Um, so it doesn't trade a lot. But you
Yeah,
got to figure for like
this is unusual activity right now going on with Oscar.
oh yeah, definitely. It seems like it's just making a really nice trend up. There could be a lot more left to this.
Only like what 10, 15, 10, 13.
The level 4 for it though, it doesn't look too attractive.
Oh my God, that is gross. The hell is that?
That does not look too good, right?
Yeah.
The regular
I mean, you
chart
got a
just
big
looks way
iceberg water
prettier.
right down there at like 350, but what the hell? That's you know what that is? That's a huge ladder effect of consolidation. That's basically algos. But
Getting a
I don't know until people start showing up. I don't think not too many people know about it.
You're getting a good squeeze back up on the lift trade, back up towards that 1075, 1077 area.
Yeah, I see
Um,
that right now.
I
We're
wanted to
starting
get
to
a
really build that 1050, 1070, 1050, 1070.
yeah,
But
I
that's
wanted
not
to
what we want to trade. That doesn't have that's not consistent right there. You know what I mean? Like it's like Uber, same thing. Today was like a couple of nice little pops, a little more nickels and dimes. Getting a nice little, getting also a big push on this IVDA. Volume's a little light though, only about 500,000. Somebody came in and bought some shares of that stock, pushed it up. It looks like it's been a decent swing trade.
SPY had a pretty good reaction just
Oh
off
yeah.
whatever numbers came out. Little push. I mean, if we can get lift to just go from level to level now, from 1075 up to 11. The Oscar too, if there's like some iceberg on the bid that could pop up and really drive it higher.
A little bit bigger of a seller showed up right around $5, but not a lot. It's like 6 grand,
Yeah.
6,000. Carvana had a little slingshot. A lot of nickels and dimes. The lift looks pretty interesting. I mean, like it's not really see the buyers. I mean, a lot of support at 1050. How many times is that a double bottom?
It nailed under it a couple times, but held just like really nicely. I
Yeah, that looks like a triple bottom,
I I,
double
I w-
top.
I wish I'd turned back to it like 5 minutes earlier. But now at this point, it might look to make the next move up. So we'll see. Like if the markets could hold well here. I mean, you talked about it earlier. It's down so much already. It could lead to a nice dead cat bounce over time. Name brand company at least down 30+%.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of an order popped up on the bid, not like extremely big, but relative for Bookmap and on the OSCR trade, Oscar.
It's holding there strong. Did he pull that seller or did he got executed?
I think he pulled that seller at 499.
Yeah, right there. There's our push. There you go. 1,000,006. How many shares was it when we looked at it early? About a million? 1,000,001?
Just about, yeah, just about, maybe even less at the time. We you caught this early.
Yeah, I know. Well, I saw it right around here, around 10 o'clock, when right around here, it started making some moves. It's like a higher high. I mean, this is pretty scary, but like it's the biggest percentage gainer on the New York Stock Exchange at 31%, which is like probably ringing doorbells everywhere for everyone.
There's a new iceberg on the ask at 516.
Yeah, I see that. 10,000. And we're not even an hour in. Lift is hitting that resistance levels, it looks like. Bam, bam, bam.
Oh, nice little pop up again on the SPY, but it pulled back. Little pop and drop actually.
Cheap little stock, moving pretty decent. Not a big winner, but it's okay. I mean, it's not super great, but yeah, you see, the LIXT had that nice little rally. Once it made a higher low, that's when it was done.
I didn't want to call it out about 5 minutes ago because I didn't think it was going to make another pop, but it did. It's not even up or down a lot actually, but Carvana, CVNA, it's like
I
getting a small little squeeze.
I saw that earlier and I kind of passed. But Lita, look at Lita, a diamond student out there talking about the GNS. That stock had a nice little run up in the past month. I think it was 38 cents. It's already at like $6. Talking about a stock that's up like 1,200%. The GNS, we traded that a few times. That's pretty good. It could be picking up some momentum. Lyft went to as high as almost 1088.
Yeah, pulled back. It was like an ugly shake there.
I'm just contemplating if it's a swing trade. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends on your outlook of the market over the next week or two because
Well,
you know,
it's Lyft is basically trading on its own news. You know what I mean? Like, if this stock took a big hit, I mean, you're almost close to support levels right around 980. You know what I mean? So you're down $1. I mean, when swing trading's a little bit different how we trade it, but like, I mean, like it was $18. You know what I mean? It's almost like a 50% haircut. You're getting a 50% discount, and it's at a major support. So if it even breaks that, it's screwed.
the CVNA trade Carvana's you got a nice iceberg on the bid now for like 20,000 shares pushing it up.
Damn, nice pushing Carmona. I don't trust that stock though.
Up. Right as I said that and you were just saying that, it just crashed through that iceberg. It broke under it.
I don't want to make the same stupid mistake I made last time with dryers. And I'm not talking about the dryer you put in your dryer in your house.
The Oscar trade holding right under whole number resistance at 5.
Yeah, I see that. No one really out there. All those crazy ladders that we're seeing as orders, I'm not seeing as much.
On the lift trade, your next resistance is right off 11. Potential resistance, Fausto. Potential. Oh, right off
It
11 for
looks
about
good
7.
though. It actually does look good. It's got a lot of green bars. You know, look at the wicks look pretty thick. I mean, it only bounced 30 cents from the low, down 33% from the high.
I'm just doing
This
a
hill
quick
guy.
scan through right now. Um,
Typical Friday.
yeah, I'm scanning around right now, just seeing if there's anything that we missed, and we don't need to force anything anyway, but I
Hmm.
think that we pretty much touched upon all the good ones.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's over in Arizona for the Super Bowl. Just only us.
It's not bad to be in Florida.
Yeah, it sucks to be in New York. Actually, today is pretty warm. It's only like 60 degrees. What the hell's going on?
Really? There you
Yeah, a
go.
little global warming.
The GNS isn't still holding pretty well right off of 6. That could be a nice trade. Yeah, 60 is a nice day. New York.
Yeah, Lita, I think the same thing too. You know, she's bringing up she's saying in the room that the volume is just not good on that GNS. But 1.5 is not terrible. The spread's kind of ugly on it. You know, you're breaking that first tee, but that 6, like I said, I had a nice pop from like 75 to 6. It holds there. By the way, keep an eye on Oscar. Oscar's trying to make a move again. Got these couple iceberg orders. Not I don't call them an iceberg order. Make small block orders right around 512, 513. Here we go. Here's
Yep.
a pop a little bit right here. See if it makes an HOD.
Yeah, 515, 516, right around there could be some good resistance.
Mm-hmm. 508, okay, no new HOD. There we go. Had to be a little patient. There's consolidations. It's not gonna put. It didn't go up. It's not going up way too fast. I don't think. Wow, 2.4 million already. See that when we called it out, it was at a million. I think a lot more people. Maybe it has something to do with the Super Bowl. Maybe they signed up a whole bunch of new NFL players. It's just, I don't know.
No, right as he said that.
Mm.
Uh-oh, just shook right back below 5. Nasty little shake.
Yep. Anything on the losers? No dead cat bounces.
Lyft is holding support from that resistance, but it's not doing anything though. It's just slumping off, so don't get stuck in that. If it could hold support, that's fine, but if once it makes the lower low, then just move on. An Oscar, nasty shake again. Ended
Oh
up
my
just
God, that thing just took a huge dive.
right down to the VWAP, and that looks to be game over.
Someone just came and just traded volume 300,000. Yeah, that would definitely do it in that 1 minute. Could be just a. If it holds here, could just be somebody just trying to take some profits. You do
On the
some,
li
do
I'm
something
sorry.
sometimes like that. That kind of helps. It
On the
makes sure if
lift,
it's real.
I apologize. So on the lift trade, there's a 134,000 share print that just got filled.
On what?
On lift, big
On
red
lift?
dot that just came in at 1072. So if it really breaks below that, then I'd say it's likely to just keep dropping.
Oh yeah, I see that volume bar come up. And you got a lot of support right around that 1040, 1050.
Yep, there we go. Dropping off a little bit more now. I mean, it's all about perspective, right? I mean, you had to have known today wasn't going to be the most volatile day. There are a couple of good trades. So if you're able to at least plot your levels out for those stocks, then you have a pretty good chance to pick up some money. In pre-market, even HPCO is a nice bounce, but now at this point, that's dead. But that's the case for a lot of different trades here. Take the money and run.
The Oscar's kind of testing the support levels and holding right around there.
Lyft is moving back above that 1072. So if we don't continue to see much more selling off that price, then maybe there's a good chance that could become the support next on this stock. I mean, it looks like a couple of occasions we had some red that came in, and shortly after, it ended up bouncing, running back up. So same could be said here.
You know the XPON, and when we looked at earlier. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. There's an iceberg order showed up right around here for 20,000, around $3. It hit there earlier, just a little bit after 10 a.m. Looks like it's trying to test them up again. I mean, there's a lot of potential resistance levels there from pre-market.
Yeah, but it looks pretty strong for the time being.
Yeah, let's see if it breaks it. Market's up 71 points.
Another 241,000 share block print on Lyft. Same price, actually. right, Fausto, I got to jump on to a coaching call with one of our students. I'll tell you, I mean, we'll be patient. Hopefully, we can catch a nice runner coming up.
Yeah, Josh. So basically, I mean, we got a couple of big movers. So if everybody here watching on the, our social media account, basically what we're going to be doing is we'll be back. I posted up a link really quick for everybody that's here. We're going to be back here at. We're going to be. Let me just bring up the link right here. Just show you what we got going on. Right around there at Cybertrade University, we're going to be doing how to trade the Super Bowl. All right, here we got the link right there. So please go out there, click on it, get registered on it. There's only a couple of times during the market when the market moves. So here's your great opportunity to go do it. So when you guys get a chance, click on that link, go out there, get registered, and we'll show you a little bit about how we find these stocks and everything else. So we'll be back here at 12 o'clock. We will send an alert, so please feel free to come and join us then. We'll be back. Thanks for watching, everybody on social. And like I said, we'll see you then.